Hey y'all, it is spooky season, which means we are seeing all of these insane haunted houses pop up. I was streaming the other day and someone brought this to my attention. It is called Halls of Horror. And I imagine this is what McKamey Manor would be if they didn't torture people. It's one of those hardcore haunted houses, so basically they can do anything they want to you, but you cannot fight back. And so I was going through their website and I found it to be really interesting. So we're gonna read about the haunted house together. And then I found a review and I think the review is insane. So basically this says, Halls of Horror in Palmerton, home of the Blood Experience. We know there are plenty of haunted attractions to pick from, but our haunt is hardcore. Halls of Horror Haunted House is not for the lightweight horror fan or those who are sensitive to abusive language and mature content. We love Halloween and spend all year long getting ready to give you the best scare of your life. At the haunt, you and your friends go through in small groups, not squeezing you in like cattle, which I noticed that is like the biggest difference. I've only really been to Fear Farm in Phoenix. I hate it. I hate Fear Farm, but they do squeeze you in large groups, and it's like, sometimes it makes it way less scary because you get stuck because there are so many people going through, so you're just like standing next to the same horror actor for like 5 minutes. And so it's not very scary. So this I feel like would be a lot more terrifying in small groups because they can fuck with you like for as long as they want and then push you along. It says, and if your group is too large, we will split you up into smaller groups. Yes, we can touch you. No, you cannot touch us back. If you're uncomfortable with any of this is not the haunt for you. We also host an optional blood experience. It's the messy, physical, extreme version of our haunt. It's not like anything else you've ever experienced. It gets messy around here. Don't wear anything you're too attached to. If you have a deadly allergy to any products, food or otherwise, we cannot keep you safe. I feel like this goes without saying, but this is like an 18+ thing. Teenagers can go if you have an adult sign for you. I did see some reviews of like some younger people going, but they had an adult with them. This freaks me the fuck out. It says, secure all property. We are not responsible for lost or damaged personal property. This is a physical haunt experience and it begins as soon as you get your ticket. I know at Fear Farm, it's like you walk in and there are haunt actors just like walking around. And so you aren't really safe, even if you are just doing like the plain corn maze, there are still like scary people out and about. But the fact that they can start touching you the second you get your ticket, no. It's $25 to get in. The blood experience is $45. And it says, please consider all of this before visiting us. Yes, we can touch you. You can't touch us back. We already saw that. We're a small haunt run by family and friends. We are an adult haunt. We're messy and offensive, sometimes really offensive. I don't know what that means. I'm hoping they don't get like racist or anything. Like I highly doubt they would, but like that's what that like jumps out to me is like really offensive. Like what is really offensive to you? Don't come here and get pissed that we offended you. Please leave your children, good clothes, and sensitivity at home. You are agreeing to be part of this show. You are going to get messy. And then again, it says if you have a deadly allergy to any product, food or otherwise, it's not the haunt for you. We use so many different products during our show, it's impossible to protect you from coming in contact with them. That I'm curious about. What are you like throwing on people? Like what the fuck is part of the show? You're gonna be split into groups of 4 or less. We're here to have fun. We want you to have fun. If you don't want to be touched, don't come. If you don't like having fun, don't come. If everything offends you, don't come. If you're easily irritated, don't come. If you're an asshole, don't come. Can keep your hands to yourself, don't come. Have a temper, don't come. Just want someone to fight with, don't come. And if you're in a bitchy mood, don't come. And it also says you will experience audio, lighting, extreme low visibility, strobe lights, fog, damp or wet conditions, moving floors, special effects, sudden actions, and an overall physically demanding environment. And now I want to get into the review because I thought the review was really interesting. And they had a good time, I'm assuming. I didn't read the whole thing yet because I wanted to read it in the video, but they did say Halls of Horror provides a truly one-of-a-kind experience. They said it's definitely like a don't judge a book by its cover kind of place. I think when you arrive, it probably doesn't look like much. And then the review also includes like food and random shit like that. So we're gonna jump past all of that. They said, once brave enough to approach the ticket booth at Halls of Horror, the time has come to determine which experience you plan to partake in. Halls of Horror has 2 ways to experience their haunt. The correct and incorrect way. The incorrect way would be choosing the original haunt priced at $20 a ticket. The correct way would be choosing the blood experience. The blood experience is the messy and physically extreme version of the haunt. Be prepared to get covered in blood, various liquids, shaving cream, and who knows what else. The blood experience also allows the actors to ramp things up a bit by giving them the green light on touching, restraining, and separating you from your group. I would shit myself. No matter which experience you choose, you'll be subjected to mature content and abusive language. So if you're sensitive to that, Halls of Horror is not the haunt for you. Guests partaking in the blood experience receive a white Halls of Horror t-shirt along with protective goggles. On the night and then this is their actual experience. On the night we attended, we had 13 reviewers in attendance and are pleased to say 11 of the 13 participated in the blood experience. We'll cut some slack to Jeff and Katie, who elected for the original non-bloody experience, as they had a solid 4-hour drive back home and preferred not to smell like rotten corpses for that trip. It's worth noting that Jeff and Katie felt the 4-hour trip was well worth it to experience Halls of Horror. We watched as other patrons exited the attraction, many of them having partaken in the blood experience, covered in blood with huge smiles on their faces. Definitely amped us up and got us thoroughly excited for the experience that lied ahead. Once in the attraction itself, guests should expect to experience 20 minutes of non-stop action. You'll encounter nuns, Sal the Barber, Radioactive Zone, the Manor, Mineshaft, the Butcher, Insane Asylum, Doctor's Office, Happy the Clown, Rednecks, and much more. Okay, and they gave 6 examples of like the different rooms. So they said the nun has no time for games, so you better sit down in her confessional and confess your deepest, darkest sins. The nun deemed several of our members bound for hell as she grabbed the collar of our shirts with both hands, lifted us out of the confessional seat, and tossed us towards the exit. The Manor is a greedy man, so you better be prepared and bring him something valuable in exchange for him letting you traverse through his mine shaft. We unfortunately came empty-handed, which didn't go over well with this big fella. He definitely used some abusive language to insult us, which in return had us laughing hysterically. That's how I am. Whenever I go to those places and they like try to talk shit, I just start laughing. I can't help it. But I'm also so scared. I went to Fear Farm when I was in like 7th grade. I cried in my friend's grandma's arms the entire time. I was so scared. Sal the Barber is easily one of the best and most memorable actors. His accent is catchy and very barber-like. As he looked at our members' beards and heads of hair, he was displeased and disgusted. Sal then proceeded to splatter presumably what was shaving cream all over our face and neck. Smirk at this man and he'll hold his razor-sharp blade against your throat. The Butcher is one big boy. Step into his kitchen and pray he had enough to eat courtesy of the previous group. Otherwise, he may start hacking off your limbs. Unfortunately, he deemed us tasty and used one big brush to baste his meat with his special sauce. That sounds so gross. Then proceeded to graphically explain how he was going to dissect us, cook us, and consume us. The Cotton Sisters and the Asylum provided a bloody terrific time. Oh my god, unfortunately the one sister was having a rough go with her menstrual cycle and handed off her bloody soaked tampon to one of our members. That is so fucking gross. The redneck section was by far one of the group's favorite areas. It kicks things off with someone's sister being in child labor. As we rounded the corner, all we see is a bloody doll go flying through the air. How dare we not catch the baby? Now she's dead. As punishment, the older brother selects one member to impregnate, male or female, the kid has no preference, tosses you on the bed, lifts your legs over your head, and does the deed. What the what? That's enough, I've heard enough. I find it absolutely insane that these places exist. Like, I don't know why. I feel like the whole, like, being able to touch you, like the nun literally grabbing you, lifting you up by your shirt collar is, like, so crazy. I guess you sign up for it, so you know what's gonna happen, but it just, like, I don't know why you'd want to do that. And like I said at the beginning, I feel like this is similar to what McKamey Manor would be if they didn't like literally rip your teeth out. And then someone sent me this, I'll post it right here. It says the haunted house in Tennessee that will pay $20,000 to anyone who beats it. It's about McKamey Manor. It was posted 14 hours ago from when they sent it to me. And it says the McKamey Manor is a haunted house located in Summertown, Tennessee that offers visitors a sum of $20,000 if they manage to complete a tour of the house and stay inside for a full 8 hours. The longest anyone has lasted inside is for 6 hours. I don't think those are correct, either of those. I think you have to last longer. I think you have to last 10 hours or longer, and I think the longest someone's lasted is like 9. And then it says the reason behind having such a high sum of reward is that completing the challenge is an extremely difficult task. So they're still open. They have to be. Maybe because it's Halloween, they like reopen. I have no idea because I just made that video where I was like, are they even still in business? I don't know. So we'll see if more stuff about McKamey Manor pops up. If it does, I will make another video on it because you guys know I will eat that shit up. It's one of those things, like, you know when you like hate something so much that you like can't help but consume it? It's like so unhealthy. That's how I feel about McKamey Manor. Like, I hate it so much, but anytime I see anything new about it, I'm like, give it to me. But if any of you live near Halls of Horror, you have to let me know if you've ever been to it for one, if you plan on going to it this year. I don't know how recent, like, new this is. I think it was open in 2021. I don't know before that. Maybe it's like a newer thing, maybe it's older. I don't know. You'll have to let me know if you've been to it or plan on going to it. If this is like a popular thing that a lot of people know about that I'm just now hearing about. But that is all I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would link this site, like the actual site down below. If you Google Halls of Horror, you can find the website. It's just not secure, and so I feel weird linking it. They obviously just didn't buy like a security thing. I used to work at GoDaddy, so like you have to like buy like a security thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I quit GoDaddy after 3 months. But you have to like get it like you have to like buy security on your website, so they probably just didn't buy it. There's probably nothing on the website that you like fill out, so there's like no point. But I still feel weird linking something that's not secure, so I'm not gonna link it. If you are confused about what McKamey Manor is, I will link my videos about McKamey Manor down below. I know I referenced that a couple times, so if you're like, what the fuck even is that? I have a lot of videos on the topic. But other than that, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye. I feel like this is like my go-to fall sweater. I have owned this shirt for so long, and every time it like turns fall-y, I put this shit on and I'm like, yes, oh, I love it. But it's fucking hot. It's hot. It's like 100 degrees outside. So it's not really fall, but we can pretend. Also, I have to be honest with you guys. So I have been vaping again. I broke. I was like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, I broke. That's it. I broke and I went and bought a vape, and then I have the vape and I bought more just for when this one runs out. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try quitting later in my life. I was doing so good for so long, but then I found the vape in my suitcase that I got in Vegas. I bought a disposable in Vegas and it was in my suitcase. Forgot to throw it away, and then I was hitting that for a little bit, and then when that ran out, I bought another one. And then I bought backups for when this one runs out. But I don't hit it nearly as much as I used to. I keep it in a drawer for the most part. And so if I want to hit it, I have to like get up and go hit it. Like, it's like, I feel like pathetic every time I do. So I don't have it like sitting with me at all times. I had it during this video just like I like hit it once or twice while I filmed. My hip just popped. I only hit it once in this video, I promise. But yeah, I hate my life. I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself. You don't even understand. I feel like such a disappointment, but it's fine. I'll quit again. I will quit again. Every time I quit, I get better and better at quitting. So maybe next time it'll be for good. I don't know, but I'm gonna go because I'm hot, sweating. Yeah, love you guys. See ya.